Okay, Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to experiment number 11, and this experiment is related to structures, and we will be covering three aspects of structures in today's lab. The first one is type def, how to use type def to define structures. The second one is how to pass structures to a function. This will be the second aspect of today's lab. So type def is the first. Second aspect is passing structures to the function, and the third one is um using structures within a structure. Using structure within a structure. So these are the three main concepts which we want to explore in today's experiment, and we want to strengthen our concept related to these things. Okay, so in the first question you have to repeat question number 1 of experiment number 10, but this time you have to use type def statement to define the structure. So go through experiment number 10, and I hope all of you have done experiment number 10, question number 1. Over there you simply used struct keyword to define a structure, but over here in this question you have to use type def keyword to define the structure. So this is what you have to do in question number 1. Okay, in question number 2 you have to complete the following program to get the output as shown over here. So this is the output, same output as in question number 1, experiment number 10, but this time you have to use function foo. The name of the function is foo, and this function has one argument which is the variable b of type struct student. So struct student is defined over here, and this variable b is of type struct student. So basically you are passing a variable of type struct, or in other words you are passing a structure to the function, or you're using structure as an argument of function foo. So use this function foo to initialize and print all the members in the structure. So age should be initialized in this function foo. Age is 5 as in question number 1, experiment number 10. Section is capital A. Everything is defined. You can see at the output. Age is 5, section is A, roll number is 123 along with the session 2020, and total marks is 120. This is same. This question number 2 is same as question number 1 of experiment number 10, but one difference is that you have to use function foo to initialize all the members and to display all the values or each value of each member present in this structure. So there are 4 members in this structure. The first one is age, the second one is section, the third one is roll number, which is a pointer, and the fourth member is an array called marks. Okay, in question number 3 it is same as question number 2. The difference is that this variable b is now a pointer. It is now a pointer to this structure student. In the previous question the variable b was a simple variable, not a pointer. It was just a simple variable, but over here the variable b is a pointer. So what you should do, what has to be done so that you get the output over here, that uh, part of the code, the missing part of the code is to be determined by you people. So question number 2 and 3 are same, are very much similar to each other, except for the fact that over here in question number 3 point b is a pointer instead of simple variable. Okay, in question number 4 you have to display the output as shown over here. You have to complete this program, and this program consists of 2 structures. The first structure is assessments. Assessments contain 2 variables, quiz marks, midterm exam marks. Both are of type integers. The second structure consists of again 3 variables, but the first 2 variables are of type struct assessments. So this is the type of variable pf marks, and this is the type of variable circuit marks. Circuit marks and pf marks are 2 subjects, whereas quiz marks and midterm marks are the 2 assessments, and total marks is another variable integer. So type def struct marks. So marks, you have defined a variable small marks of type this one over here. So this is a variable of type as defined over here. It is a structure variable. Okay, so what you have to do in this question, you have to store 10. You have to store 10 in quiz marks. For PF subject, you have to store 20 for in this variable midterm exam marks for the subject programming fundamentals, or PF in short. Similarly, you have to store 30 for quiz marks of the subject electric circuits, and then you have to store 40 for midterm exam marks variable for the subject circuit analysis or electrical circuits. Then you have to display all of these marks at the output and their total. So this question is based on the concept of using structure within a structure, and you have to be very careful while initializing and calculating the total of all the marks. Okay, in question number 5, you have to determine the output of the following code using computer, and it's a pretty straightforward program. I will not go through it. Again, structure within a structure. This concept has been used in this question, and you have to determine the output of the program without using computer. And it is quite possible that in the evaluation you would not be using a computer to find the output of one question. एक क्वेश्चन ऐसा आ सकता है जिसमें आपको कंप्यूटर इस्तेमाल करने की इजाज़त नहीं दी जाएगी. सो प्लीज़ बी वेरी केयरफुल, एंड जहाँ आपको कहा जाए कि कंप्यूटर यूज़ ना करें और आउटपुट को डिटरमिन करें, वहाँ पे ऐसे ही आपने आउटपुट को डिटरमिन करना है. Okay, in the last task, you have to complete this following the code. This code is given over here, and again this code is related to the concept of structures within a structure, and basically you have to display the information of an employee, the name of the employee. You have to display the name, you have to display the city of the employee, you have to display the PIN code of the employee, you have to or PIN code of the area where the employee is residing, and the phone number of the employee. So all this information is to be displayed at the output. And but first of all, you have to take the input from the user. You have to prompt the user to enter the name, the city, the PIN, and the phone number, and then you have to display all the information at the output. So the information that is to be displayed at the output will be the information will be displayed using function display. This is a function display, and you have to complete you have to just only change 4 lines: line number 18, line number 22, line number 25, and line number 19. So 18, 19, 22 and 25. Just modify these 4 lines to display the information of employee, and the information of the employee is uh, the name, the city, the PIN and the phone number. So if you have any question up till now, you can ask. Any question up till now? किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है तो वो पूछ सकता है. एनी क्वेश्चन?